y'all, this is a Variety Kid, and so the OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro are going to be announced at April 14 at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and today I'm going to talk about some of the rumored features. Now, before I get started, I was going to say that with the OnePlus 7 series in May 2019, the OnePlus 7 was really only a minor upgrade from the 6T, whereas the 7 Pro was more of a bigger upgrade. And then with the OnePlus 7T series, the OnePlus 7T was more of an upgrade from the OnePlus 7 than the OnePlus 7T Pro was from the OnePlus 7 Pro. However, this time it's the OnePlus 8 Pro's turn to get a bigger upgrade than the OnePlus 8 from its respective predecessor. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to talk about some of the rumored features of the OnePlus 8 series, which will be announced soon. Okay, so first of all, I actually kind of considered not even putting this one on the list because it's like so obvious, but there's going to be the Snapdragon 865 processor. Yeah, I mean, it's basically a yearly thing, and pretty much every 2020 flagship is gonna have it, so, yeah, I feel like it would, to some extent it would be necessary to include it, because, like, you know, it's still a rumored feature, but yeah, that one's rumored to happen. Number 2 is 5G on smaller OnePlus 8. So I'm actually not sure if it's going to only be the sub 6 gigahertz or if it's going to be MM wave, or it might be sub 6 gigahertz on the OnePlus 8 and sub 6 gigahertz on the OnePlus 8 Pro. But I was going to say previously with the 7 and 7T series, the 5G model was limited to the Pro model. But however, this time it's rumored that that it'll also come to the smaller OnePlus 8. I'm not sure if there will be an LTE version. I mean, it might not be necessary given that they are somewhat of a budget company. But number 3 is 12 gigabytes of RAM on the smaller OnePlus 8. So 12 gigabytes of RAM was previously also limited to the Pro series, the OnePlus 7 Pro and OnePlus 7T Pro, but now it's also rumored to come to the smaller OnePlus 8. Number 4 is a 6.78-inch screen. This is going to only happen on the OnePlus 7T or the OnePlus 8 Pro. And the OnePlus 8 is only rumored to keep the 6.55-inch screen that the OnePlus 7T had. So yeah, that's one way that the OnePlus 8 isn't going to get any significant upgrades from its predecessor. Next is a curved display. So this was also limited to the Pro models, but it's also going to happen on the smaller OnePlus 8 as well. I don't know. According to XZ Tech Care, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's XEE Tech Care. But anyways, he said that in one of his video in his video about the rumors, he said that the OnePlus 8 Pro is going to have more of a curved display than the OnePlus 8, which that may or may not be true. I don't know. I definitely say that's believable to be the least. Anyways, next one. So next is next is a 120 hertz display. This is going to only happen on the OnePlus 8 Pro, whereas the smaller OnePlus 8 will be limited to 90 hertz, which, I'm saying that as if it isn't good, but actually 90 hertz is still really good, especially since I have a phone with a 60 hertz display. But the OnePlus 8 will be limited to 90 hertz, which is what the OnePlus 7 Pro and OnePlus 7T series had. Next is a brighter display. This is rumored to happen for the OnePlus 8 Pro, and it's rumored to be 1300 nits to 1400 nits, whereas the OnePlus 8 will probably be what the OnePlus 7T was. Next is 4 cameras for the OnePlus 8 Pro. The 4th camera is not going to be a time-of-flight camera. It's going to be a color filter, which that doesn't really seem appealing to me, but they are a budget company, and maybe, I don't know, maybe if I see some videos on it, I might like it better than I expected. Yeah, and on the OnePlus 8 Pro only, there's going to also be a 48-megapixel wide-angle camera, compared to 16 megapixels on the OnePlus 7 Pro and OnePlus 7T series. Yeah. And then actually on the smaller OnePlus 8, this is going to be a bit of a downgrade, but actually there's going to be only a depth sensor instead of a telephoto camera. Which honestly, I'm gonna state my opinion on this. I really don't. I mean, I don't buy OnePlus phones, but I do think I don't know. I mean, if I did buy OnePlus phones, I think I would find it a bit annoying that they've downgraded twice from a telephoto camera to a depth sensor, because like the depth sensor can only take portrait mode photos. Anyways, next is there's going to be a hole punch cutout instead of a notch, which on the OnePlus 8, which on the smaller OnePlus 8, this will give a smaller bezel, whereas on the OnePlus 8 Pro, this will help in another way. More on that later. Next is 50-watt fast charging for the OnePlus 8 Pro. I don't know if it'll come in the box or if it'll be sold separately, but if it is sold separately, I actually realized something interesting. The charging that the OnePlus 8 Pro has in the box and sold separately will each be 5 watts faster than what the S20 Ultra has. As if it is the case, the OnePlus 8 Pro will have 30-watt fast charging in the box, or what they call 30T fast charging, which is a good amount faster than just regular 30-watt fast charging, and 50-watt fast charging in the box, whereas the Galaxy S20 Ultra has 25-watt fast charging in the box and 45-watt fast charging sold separately. Next is 30-watt wireless charging and 3-watt reverse wireless charging, and this is only rumored for the OnePlus 8 Pro. Yeah, I was gonna say OnePlus said they didn't want to add for the past few years. OnePlus said they didn't want to add wireless charging because they thought it was slow, and they've had a history of including faster fast charging with this thing called Dash Charge, which even though prior to the 16 McLaren Edition and 7 Pro, it was only 20 watts. I guess software just somehow made it faster. Next is IP68 water resistance. This is only rumored for the OnePlus 8 Pro, and the hole punch cutout will help it get IP68 water resistance because there's no longer a pop-up camera, which means that the phone is more sealed shut, which allows it to get an actual IP rating. Next is bigger battery. So it's rumored to be 4,300 on the smaller OnePlus 8 and 4,500 on the OnePlus 8 Pro, or 4,510. I don't know. I'd say plus or minus 50. So although it is rare, the OnePlus 8 will be getting a bigger battery than than last year's Pro models. And then lastly, these two I'm including last because I'm not really sure they're fully likely, as rumors say otherwise. But next, there's rumored to be a 32-megapixel front camera, which is rumored to happen on both of them. And next is rumored to be 512 gigabytes of storage, which will be only on the OnePlus 8 Pro. So I mean, actually, about the storage configurations, at least earlier, it seems like most rumors say that that the OnePlus 8 will have 128 gigabytes with 8 gigabytes of RAM, while the OnePlus 8 Pro and 256 gigabytes with 12 gigabytes of RAM, while the OnePlus 8 Pro will have an additional 512 gigabyte storage option with 12 gigabytes of RAM. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like if you did. And, yeah, possibly some video suggestions. I'm thinking about maybe doing a live stream because I could interact with y'all better to some extent. Yeah, I mean, if you do want me to do one, and I actually do one, let me know what you want me to do. Anyways, have a good day. Bye.